Tampa Bay Bucs. We both have the same one here and the same guy, linebacker, Jihad Campbell. Explain why it makes so much sense.
Well, he's a tackling machine. They've got an aging linebacking core. Obviously, Levante David's going to be, in year 36 coming up here. And you can't expect that level of production from him on a week in, week out basis. And I'm sure we're going to get it again. But to have a guy like Jihad Campbell come in and fill those shoes, learn from that guy, get the opportunity to overlap with him. That was one of my biggest regrets, not being able to overlap with a guy like Olin Kreutz, who did it for a long time, a certain way, an old school type of way. Luckily, I got to meet him outside the building, but Jihad Campbell will get to be side by side with Levante David and getting to understand that position even further.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's linebacker, just because Servassier Dennis, who knows, he was not healthy last season. Levante David at this point. So you could have problems at both linebacker positions. While safety, I think, is a bit of an issue. You'd like to address that. Linebacker's the biggest need. And then Jihad Campbell, just like a guy that can blitz at that caliber with his size in Todd Bowles' defense. It's just, I know Bucs fans may not be super excited about another first-round linebacker after Devin White and that whole saga, but Jihad Campbell, to me, he's just a darn good linebacker prospect. He has a really, really high floor. So love that fit. Atlanta Falcons coming up next. Biggest need, we both agree, just somewhere along the defensive line. I went edge. You went on the interior. Who was the pick for you?
I went with Kenneth Grant, and that was the one that just continued to pop up on these mock drafts that I was checking out. Obviously, we watched all the top offensive linemen, yet to get through all the defensive linemen and linebackers. Watch some edge guys, but this is a gentleman who continued to show up on the list, so I had to put him on my list.
All right, I went Mike Green because I think Raheem Morris, utilizing the way he deployed undersized edges with his time with the Rams, I think he could very well do the same with Mike Green and just immediate pass rush. What do they need? They obviously could upgrade their run defense. You could use a big body in the middle, but you just need a dude off the edge who can get home. Your best pass rusher last year was Caden Ellis. Was an off-ball linebacker, was probably your down in, down out, most consistent option. That can't happen again. Now, it's good to have that guy, but it can't happen again. You need a better guy in the line of scrimmage. Mike Green, to me, the fit there. Let's get to the New Orleans Saints.
This is cool. You and I did the same thing.
Where we had a little, we didn't converse about any of these beforehand, but we came to the same conclusion that
seriously we didn't.
Left guard and Will Campbell at pick 9. It makes too much sense. I love this fit, even though I've said that the Saints should probably attack value positions, and they could definitely go like edge, and Shamar Stewart from Texas A&M is a guy not too far down the road there. That would make sense as like a high swing of the bat, but why not just make this offensive line sick? For whoever you're obviously, Derek Carr's not the long-term option. I think everyone agrees on that, but like whoever is next, if you draft a Will Campbell, they're stepping into an insane situation in terms of just like, that's one of the best run blocking lines in the NFL at minimum. Pass protection, we'll see how Trevor Penning, how Taliasa Fuaga come along in that regard, but your interior will be very stout and pass pro. So with guards getting paid as much as corners, why not take one in the top 10 when he's a guy like Will Campbell?
I agree. I mean, and Will Campbell, it's like he's staying in Louisiana, man. It just makes sense. You said left guard. I said biggest need O-line. To be more specific, you want to shore up the inside because they've got those 2 tackles under contract. And, whoever the hell inherits that offensive line at the quarterback position, sometimes you just got to worry about handing the football off cleanly and letting the Hogs take care of work. And if Will Campbell joins that room, like you said, they become a real wave of an offensive line in the run game.
All right, Carolina Panthers, last of the NFC South, holding pick number 8. What does he see as the biggest need? Because, there's a lot. There's a lot to qualify here.
Yeah, because I wrote biggest need on my note card. I think it was like 5 things. And then I scratched them all out and I wrote just defense. So I was going for the best defensive guy I could find. That's Jalen Walker.
Mm-hmm. He is. I love that fit. It's another one.
Go solve some problems.
It's, you had Jadeveon Clowney dropping into coverage like 50 times last year. You don't want Jadeveon Clowney dropping into coverage 50 times. Now, Jalen Walker, you do. That guy can do that. That is a part of his skill set, but then also he can rush the passer like a freaking animal. So I went with corner, though. They're just so thin on the back end. There's a reason why they tried to jump the gun and pay J.C. Horn quickly, is because Mike Jackson, Caleb Evans, Chow Smith-Wade, that's the rest of your cornerback group. There's a reason they signed like 5 defensive backs on cut day last year. It's because they got no one. So even if it's not necessarily first round, I love depth there, who I penciled them in, because I don't know if pick 8, I'm going, like Will Johnson or Jahdae Barron. I think that's a little rich. I went Benjamin Morrison, the Notre Dame corner, at pick 57. You get 2 different types of man corners there, and J.C. Horn, your big press guy at the line of scrimmage. Benjamin Morrison, definitely more of your match and mirror sort of guy who can handle speed. If you can get him at pick 57, if he's still on the board, the Notre Dame corner.
Domer.
It's a fit that I love.
Shane Gillis's favorite corner.
Oh, love Shane.
He's got a great aesthetic. He wears the
Notre Dame polo.
the pants rolled. No, I'm talking about our guy here, Benjamin Morrison.
Oh, Morrison.
He rolls his pants up so that, those beach shorts you wear where the entire half the quad is showing.
Yes.
He's got that thing going on. Good swag, and I trust your word on his ability to play football. So he passes my swag check.